Welcome to this edition of Road Trippin. I have missed my people, and can we take a moment?
What do you mean by my
Channing
people?
Pride, Kendrick Perkins, Richard Jefferson, my people. Did you not send in our text chain that you were sad to miss your people at All-Star? It just didn't feel the same. We're going to get to that in a minute, but I am someone who observes for a living. Go back and watch a clip from my days with the Cavs. I struggle to say the word observation. Observes for a living. Why is all of y'all's backgrounds different? Where are we? What the hell has happened?
I'll go first, Allie. Okay. I'm moving. I sold my house, so I'm moving. We moved into another home.
Because of the bars?
Yeah, because of the bars. Those crazy motherfuckers there. Right? They made me move. But nah, seriously. Moving. And so I come to a studio like downtown Houston, and so I happen to be in a conference room.
Oh, okay. So this isn't your home. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Channing, you got a horse over your head.
I've been getting roasted, and finally my kids weren't here. And so they're going to come here in a second, like 20 minutes. So it might get a little loud. But I was just like, dude, I don't want to sit downstairs and have y'all see my guest basement. And this is a rental house. So it's like I'm trying to find somewhere that looks somewhat decent that can be consistent. So here we are. We're in the dining room.
You got Richard behind you, so it's cool.
Very funny.
That I got in Mexico, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Richard, no,
I'm just in LA. So keeping it simple.
That's it?
Yeah. What else do you want?
Well, I mean, what is the background, the wallpaper, like nothing? You ain't, what is it? Where you at? What room in LA? Or you
None of your business. None of your business. I'm not telling you where you at in my house.
Yeah, it's my business. You are my business.
Okay. Well, ask away. Right.
Wow, we have not missed a beat. How is everyone's All-Star break? As we are recording this, the second unofficial half of the NBA season that will be resuming tomorrow, or as this comes out. So how has your break been? Wow. Crickets. How was All-Star?
Let Neil go first. I was actually at All-Star. Oh, Richard, you were there. I forgot.
I was there for 1 day. Well, I was there for 12 hours.
Yeah, I was there for 3 straight days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Never mind.
Okay, before we dive into all the All-Star activities, that's where we're going next. Perk, did you do anything fun over the break?
No. I've been moving and working. I thought I had a break. Yesterday I worked 12 hours. I had a break. Today I came in. I'm in here for 4.5 hours. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
What are you
reporting? What are you fucking reporting?
12 hours?
I'm not reporting a damn thing. I'm talking about fucking Braun and are the Lakers going to make a run? And why did Anthony Edwards say he's not he don't want to be the face of the league? That's what I'm talking about right now.
Oh.
I would rather be talking about the actual games, but there's no games being played. So, look, I got to follow the program.
All right, well, then let's just start with the headline of it all before we dive into the second half of the season. How was All-Star? Our biggest takeaways, thoughts, questions, comments, concerns. Channing, we'll start with you because you were giving us a great breakdown as we were waiting for Rich.
I just felt like, and Richard, tell me if I'm wrong, I felt like the vibes were just, we're very spoiled. And everything is never as good as it was. It was like, I thought San Francisco, other than the first day, the weather was great. The people were nice. It was a good environment. Like, they cleaned San Francisco up as much as you can. And I thought every single party or event I went to, except for 1 or 2, the people who had been there years before are like, oh, this wasn't as good as it was 4 years ago. Or I remember when this was, first started. Or it's all this, like, what nostalgia. And I'm like, guys, this is a good part. Like, it's a good party. It's a good time. Like, the food is good. The people are good. The music's good. Like, what's going on? And then, the doom and gloom for the All-Star game is somewhat justified. But I feel bad for the guys that just made the All-Star team because everyone just shits on it all the time now. It's like no matter what you do, it's never good enough. And then the thing, don't get me started on the whole LeBron, Giannis, Ant thing. Then now people are saying, LeBron, he's ruining the game, and he's taking a chance away from people. And I'm like, I bet you that's not even really what happened, because I was on the street eating ramen, and I saw a whole herd of people with LeBron jerseys on, and I was there right when he kind of told people he wasn't going to do it. And they were like, well, it's too late now. We're still going to go watch because we bought the tickets. We thought we'd see him play. But if he, and they were just kind of sitting there and they literally said, if we had known this earlier, we would have sold our tickets. And so for me, I'm just trying to tell the world, there's no way that Braun would do that unless it moved the needle somehow. He can't just go, okay, here, and I'm not going to use anyone's name because they'll find that disrespectful. Here, other player, the day before the game, like come play. No one's going to watch. They want to see LeBron. They want to see Giannis. They want to see these players, and they didn't show up. And so you just got to kind of go with it, what it was. I thought Wemby did a great job. I thought the young guys did a great job. But guess what? That doesn't get people to watch. People want to hear about the shit that didn't happen. And Wemby was defending his ass off. And it was making me upset that nobody was. That's exactly what you want. And then you got it. And everyone's like, well, this sucked or that sucked. And it was just frustrating. That's just me. A lot of negative shit going on.
I think the whole thing from All-Star Weekend was just kind of how collectively everybody wants to have a discussion on the game, the state of the game, opinions on the game, the opinions on the All-Star game. Well, the formula was a way for a lot of years, and then players stopped playing hard in it, so they started changing the formula or adding gimmicks to it. And so to hear Draymond say what he said, to hear other players talk about it, to even watch Chris Paul do what he did in the skills challenge, it's like, and Chris Paul's one of those guys that like takes everything too serious. And it's just like, until the players get investment and buy-in, or, it's just going to be an below average product. The All-Star game's not going anywhere. It's a big NBA selling point, corporate affair. They're never going to get rid of All-Star game. But ultimately, it's just it's disrespectful how the weekend has been handled very, very consistently.
Kirk.
I thought everybody went in there with the wrong mindset. Everybody viewed it with the wrong mindset. It's almost like, I know you guys have been to a damn comedy show before, right? And then you have that one comedian that comes up that you don't believe that he's funny or she is funny, and then you're sitting in there and you're saying, you know what? That motherfucker ain't funny. I ain't just about to laugh at anything. Like, they have to actually do something to make you laugh. I felt like everybody came in with that type of mindset, like, oh, this shit ain't gonna be good. And then all of a sudden, Mac McClung goes and do his fucking thing for the third time.
Oh man.
He does his thing for the third time, and all of a sudden, it does what it's supposed to do. You see Ja tweeting about it. You see Giannis tweeting about it. Zach LaVine, now Aaron Gordon. Now, all of a sudden, these guys that, not Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon, but Giannis, Ja, and the rest of the other quote-unquote stars and superstars didn't want to participate in. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, shit, we want to be a part of that. We see this guy getting all this action, doing this thing. We want to be a part of that. At first, they didn't give a damn about it. Okay, cool. Then going into the All-Star game, right? It's like, all right, we was talking about it in the group thread. We were like, oh, yeah, Draymond is killing the product. I was like, I can't say anything about the product until I actually see what the format looks like. And I must say, the Rising Stars pulled out the best of what we done seen over the last 3.5 years of the old heads. Like, those guys were actually fucking sliding their puppies, using their 2-9 because they didn't want to lose to those young guys, which I think was the whole setup from the first place to make those guys compete. So was it the full course meal? No, but it was an appetizer to what it can be for the near future, and that guys are willing to compete. And to Shannon's point, he said that Victor was playing hard as hell defensively. He was playing hard as hell the entire game, running, sprinting the lanes, getting dunks in traffic. Like, he didn't take it for granted. You know who else didn't take it for granted? They were on the OG squad, Team Shaq, but they still young boys, in my opinion. Jaylen Brown competed at a high level. Jason Tatum competed at a high level. Like those guys were
even Kyrie.
Even Kyrie. So I was like, okay, cool. Like if those guys are going to compete the way that they are, and shout out to Jaylen Brown because he participated in the dunk contest last year. So it's like, okay, if these guys who's up next is going to be taking it serious and not taking it for granted and really investing themselves and really appreciating being part of All-Star Weekend and being an All-Star, I'm all here for it, right? I'm here for it. And so I think everybody just went into it with this fucking mindset of, oh, it's going to be shit. Nobody cares. This shit sucks. Without giving it a fair chance.
I think what would happen, because we talk about the transition, right, between the old heads and the young guys, I think next year we just go back to the game because now we have enough young guys, Shea, Jaylen Brown, obviously Wemby. I think Shanguini would play hard. You got Jason Tatum, probably Kyrie, maybe Luka if he's healthy. Like all those dudes, you would say that there's more guys that Giannis, more guys that want to play hard than guys that want to be cool now. Now Steph, KD, Bron, now you could go, you three are outliers and chill. You've done enough. Jokic, you've done enough. So for me, give the game back to this new generation. Let us enjoy them. Let them have control because we let the old heads reign a little too long where they're like, yo, man, I'm exhausted. I'm 40, I'm 36. I've been at 10 NBA finals. Now give it to the young guys and let them make it what is theirs.
I was just going to ask you if just from first and foremost, I gave a lot of credit to Steph Curry, who had a teammate out on the set in Draymond who was saying and continued to say at a very high rate consistently about what he didn't like about the format, et cetera. But yet his teammate is the one that had a huge hand in trying to make changes and trying to put a new look and a new face to All-Star Weekend. And I think, as we all know, change is not easy for a lot of people to accept and just embrace. And for him to do what he did and have the passion behind it, whether or not it was a success, that's for another time. But I think what it did show was that, to your point, oh, is that Roxy? Lennox.
That was Lennox, yeah.
I think it might be time because I was going to ask you guys, the only thing that I thought against the new format was the time in between. And then it didn't feel like you got to see enough of, for example, who was the first team out? Who was the first team that got beat? Then they were just done. So
the new guys
didn't get to see enough. But I think just focusing on some things and feedback that I was watching kind of accumulate over the last few days is I think it's time to just get back to the game. And
yes.
Have young guys that just want to ball and want to play. Why are you giving that face, Rich?
No, they got to care.
I know, but this new age does care, Richard. We haven't given them a chance.
I'm not disputing who cares and who doesn't. What I'm saying is the overarching problem is people have to be convinced to give a damn. That's it. That's all I'm saying. People got to be convinced, which is hard to believe.
Allie, to your point, listen, Jay-Z said it best. Less is more, is plenty of us. Damn it, it's plenty of them out there performing on the floor. You didn't need Kevin Hart, okay? You didn't need Mr. Beast. What's his name? Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast. Yeah.
You didn't need that 5-minute segment of the dude trying to hit a half-court shot. I didn't fucking need to see the TNT crew in life jackets with fishing poles. I didn't need to see all that. I really didn't. I wanted to see the game. And at some point, we saw it that the guys were engaged. So if they're engaged, keep them engaged. And then after the All-Star break, did you hear their post-game interviews? They was like, oh, when they was asked about the format, they was talking about the breaks in between. They don't want the breaks. They want to go out there. If they hooping, they want to hoop, and then they want to finish the hooping and go home and go back to what they was doing before they got to All-Star Weekend. I just thought all the extra stuff was too much. But again, it's just the start. The All-Star game, the All-Star Weekend it has been at its lowest point. The only way it could go is up. I thought it was a great starting point.
The only thing I will say about all the breaks that I've thought about it over the time, especially after Rich Channing, we've done the U of A March Madness the last couple of seasons, is that if they didn't have those built-in Mr. Beast segments, the built-in opportunities to let Kevin Hart do his thing, which I know sometimes it can be over the top just in general, playing to 40 and have a target score, that shit would have been over in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, but there's other things you can do, Allie. Have the All-Stars play earlier. Have them play earlier, and after that game, I don't care what happens. Have 2 college teams play. I don't care. No, I'm just hear me out.
Draymond can shit on it even more.
Dude, what does he like? What does he like?
But wait. Okay, wait. Let's have a moment with Draymond real quick. The new media, which he, I'll give Draymond that. I'm not saying he created, but he credited from an athlete space. They were players have been so critical about OGs getting on television and not talking positive of the game. It's not saying that you got to lie or fluff, but he just felt like OGs are getting on TV and just complaining or hating. How do you do that and then get on television and do the things that we feel like we're complaining that we're complaining and that our OGs are doing? And it doesn't mean you can't be critical of the game. It doesn't mean that you can't say that you hate the format. But there are ways of doing things that can be critical without just being over the top, like negative. That's all.
Yeah.
No,
go ahead.
No,
you go.
What they thought was gonna fucking happen was that they was gonna change shit. And what people need to realize because I had this whole like blow up with Lou Will while he was playing with the Clippers, right? Me and him went back and forth before he got into the media. And now Lou Will's in the media, and now I'm seeing clips of him having to critique players and critique the game and criticize certain situations. I'm like, oh shit. But you said something about me when I was doing it. It's the same with Draymond. Right now, Draymond, the problem with Draymond is he's critiquing the product, the game, but he's still not putting blame on the players, right? Because, for example, he criticized the entire All-Star weekend, the All-Star game, whatever. But he didn't once say what you pointed out, Rich, on Twitter, on X, when you quote tweeted at Stephen A. Whose fault was it and why they was to this point? All I'm saying is everyone sit back. I heard Blake Griffin doing the interview. I think Blake is going to do a great job over there at Amazon.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
But I heard him doing the interview on Carmelo podcast, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be pro player. And I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, you're going to be without a fucking job if you're not keeping it real. Like, you can't, no, seriously though, bro, you cannot have that fucking mindset going into this. You have to be honest. If a player's doing well, you have to give them their flowers. If a player's not performing or doing what they supposed to do, you have to call that shit out. Mm-hmm. Period.
This isn't just about pro player. What I, and I think all of us have, our job and our responsibility is to be honest about the game. Right? Like, I have players that you like, you have players that you don't like. If they play well, they play well. If they don't, they don't. But if you start not being able, if a dude goes out there and goes 0 for 5 in the first quarter and you at halftime, talking about, well, no, he's fine. He's going to be, you only get to do that for what? At some point in time, you got to say, oh, he's playing trash. He knows he's playing trash. He needs to pick it up. Like, and there's ways to do it versus saying someone's an awful player and I knew he was going to be awful, right? So it's just the way you go about things. It makes all the difference in this space.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just let's have some solutions, right? Let's have some solutions for this, because if I could say all these negative things, I'll just use the setup for the All-Star game. If you don't like the setup, what is your solution to that? What would you like to see be done? To me, you're giving both sides of the coin. As a reporter, as a media person, you should give both sides of the coin as much as you can based on information. So like if I say, hey, the Charlotte Hornets are trash this year, and somebody says, well, Channing, what do they need to do? I should do my research and say, hey, they need to really address leadership issues. Who are they drafting? What's that locker room like? Health things, blah, blah, blah. I just don't like it when guys go, well, this whole weekend, the dunk contest is LeBron's fault because he didn't do it back in '03, and now no one else wants to do it, which isn't true. And now it's this and that, and then it's all negative, negative, negative. But you're not giving me any solutions. There's no thought to this. I could say to any team, anytime, I could be a negative Nancy, but that's not the purpose of what people want to hear. Give me a solution for something. Like, come on, man.
A negative who?
Give them half the thing.
A negative who?
A negative Nancy?
Touche. We're going to clip Lennox behind you, too, making the faces that she just did. I wish we were all on here. That was great and amazing. Having said that, we're going to talk some solutions. We're also going to address Kendrick Perkins tweeting, yep, McClung is one of the greatest dunkers of all time, because I want you guys to weigh in on what we saw with Mac McClung and your thoughts there. But I will first begin with, when you talk about solutions, obviously some things have leaked for the upcoming All-Star Game of 2026, of which could include a one-on-one tournament for $1 million. You could replace that. You could replace the skills challenge with a one-on-one.
Give it to KD
tournament.
right now.
When asked post-game though the other night,
right now,
Kyrie Irving said he wants to be a part of it and he's not ducking any smoke. Who would be your ideal one-on-one matchup that you would want to watch at All-Star Weekend with $1 million on the line?
Well, look,
Giannis versus KD.
Oh, it depends on who get the ball.
I would pay money to watch that.
One
on one. I'm paying.
Whoever get the ball first is going to win the game, because I believe that they both can't stop one another. KD can't stop Giannis one-on-one from getting down here, and Giannis damn sure can't stop KD from getting a bucket.
Rudy Gobert versus Mitchell Robinson. Hey, but Mitchell Robinson got a bag in the summer. Hey, do you ever see his bag in the summer?
I'm putting one-on-one. I'm putting KD versus the field. I'm taking KD versus.
Me too.
You know who might be a sleeper if he's healthy? If he's healthy, it's a big what if, is Kawhi Leonard. Because I know nobody wants him matched up versus him.
I think Kawhi in a one-on-one style game, one dribble pull up, pump fake step throughs. Yeah. And then defensively on the other end, Kawhi could be a sleeper.
You can't even get Kawhi to play in a game consistently right now, and you're talking about him going out there playing one-on-one. Yeah, right.
Hey, that new year, new me, Allie. New year, new me.
I know who wouldn't play, though.
Huh?
Braun.
I knew that was coming.
Braun would not play in a one-on-one.
He's 42.
Not even if he was 32, he wouldn't play.
Now, Braun ain't got a bag like that, which is even more impressive. He has 40,000 points. He got 3 moves. Hey, his attributes, his skill, his moves versus his physical attributes, 40,000. Hey, you know who would be a sleeper, though? Cam Jordan from the Nets. Automatic bucket. Jalen Green. No.
See that? No. So there's what? So Jalen Green to me is like Jamal Crawford style, right? Like he got Jamal. Like he can go get a bucket, but there's different between.
He's also gonna try to punch on you too.
No. But I'm saying like there's a difference between being an offensive weapon like KD. He's a nuclear weapon. Right. There's no area that you can put him in any situation where he's not 8 out of 10 scoring. There's no post 8 out of 10. Pull up 8. I'm just saying his attributes, like you were saying.
Oh yeah,
show me something that's not above average or perfect.
1 foot floaters.
We're sleeping on somebody.
DeMar DeRozan?
No. It's a young.
Wait. Let me keep guessing. Wemby.
Hang on, what?
That motherfucker right there. That
He's just gonna throw it off the backboard to himself.
Nah, but think about it. Guys will struggle. He can move his feet. He got recovery for defense. He's 7'5". Guys will struggle to get their shot off. He'll meet you at the rim, and then offensively, what are you gonna do to stop that motherfucker?
Hang on. Are you guys really looking that far past Kyrie? Because you just said it, Perk. One of the biggest things in fucking winning a one-on-one is being able to create for yourself and get to your spots. Like
one-on-one has
Kyrie
one-on-one
and KD are on a different
one-on-one is still a level of defense on the other side, right? I'm not disrespecting Kyrie. Pound for pound, Kyrie's the best offensive weapon, but he's still only 6'2". But he's got all the things.
Yeah.
You put and there's a lot of angles that Kyrie uses that are so elite, going different ways, using KD see a basket and a small person in front of him.
Okay.
That's KD's game.
So they should have two categories. You should have the 6'5" and under, and then you should on the
6'5" and under.
Yeah.
Now that I could ride with.
Yeah,
I'd love to see the little dudes get busy.
Yeah,
I'd love because they the one. But big guys do the Giannis gonna barrel over somebody. Wemby gonna throw it off the glass. Like there's that nasty. Like you just bigger than everybody. But that 6'5" and under crew.
Where would you put Shea? Shay's 6'5". Is he the small guys or the big guys?
Anthony Edwards.
I got this. If you're so if the cutoff is 6'5", then if you're 6'5", you get to choose if you play in the upper or the lower.
Jalen Brunson, I think you're gonna get some buckets in there.
There you go. There you go.
The little dude game is vicious.
Talk about solutions. Look at us go. All right, let's talk about the dunk contest.
Oh, Mac McClung.
Nobody.
I don't know if people figured out all his dunks were combined dunks from other dunks. They were like him jumping over the car, tapping the rim and dunking it was like Blake Griffin, and then somebody else, or the two balls was like, I think JaVale McGee or Dwight Howard. Then the other things were like when Gerald Green blew the cupcake out, like he did all these dunks that were older dunks, well thought out dunks. Just he did them because he practiced them, and he did them on the first try, which is crazy.
Do you agree with Kendrick Perkins, considered one of the greatest dunkers of all time?
He's top 10. He got to be top 10.
Well,
he got to be top 10.
No. Wait. He is one of. And saying top 10 is the same thing, right? One of the greatest dunkers and being in the top 10 is the same thing. And where you rank that person, that's in your personal choice.
I thought 10 was being generous.
Mac McClung he's put on a show. He does it efficiently. It doesn't take him 10 tries to do the dunk. He shows up, he puts on a show, he gets out. He is one of the best dunkers that we have seen in a dunk contest. Now, we know there's a difference between people that are spot-up shooters and then guys that are, crazy shooters. There's a difference between dunk contest dunkers and game dunkers. Gerald Green, one of the best, warm-up, whatever dunkers. He wasn't a great in-game dunker. He was a great Gerald Green was not a great
Richard. I play with him.
Wait a second. Let me. Okay. This is what
you forgot the windmill.
Wait. Let me stand here.
I'll send you the clips.
No. Let me stand here and express. No, whoa. Hey, little fellas, 7-footers. Let me take this. Let me take the reins. Hear me out. There are differences between Gerald Green for the amount of bounce that he had. You could probably point to 10, 12 elite highlights that NBA fans would remember. He's got one of the greatest dunks of all time. Get the he wasn't top 10 every single night. Vince Carter, T-Mac, Kobe, those dudes were dunking on bodies every single night.
D-Wade.
Stop, bro.
D-Wade. All of those guys were better in-game dunkers than Gerald Green.
I'll give you that.
That's because you didn't probably get a chance to see a lot of Gerald Green. I actually played with Gerald Green. And
so did I.
Even during the time, hold on. Even during the season, real quick, just listen. It's okay. Even during the season, when we lost 18 fucking games in a row, it was every fucking game this motherfucker gave us something in the game. Whether it was somebody threw him a lob off the glass, it's a footage, it's a clip right now. One of his best dunks in game outside of that windmill. Tony Allen threw him a lob off the glass in Boston. Go look at it. That's one. But I'm saying he has a lot of in-game dunks.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying Jason Richardson, who was a better in-game dunker. Jason Richardson.
Are we not knocking? No. We're
I'm
not.
just asking the question. I'm asking the question for fucking context. The context.
I'm with you. I'm not saying he's the great. You said that he wasn't a good in-game dunker.
I'm telling you that if we're doing all the great like dunkers, I think he's lower on an end game. He's higher in a warm up. He's higher in a dunk contest than he is in game. And there's other guys that are the vice versa.
Richard, I play with both Jay Rich and Joe Green. Joe Green is by far a better in-game dunker than Jay Rich.
Thank you. But Jay Rich has 2 dunk contest championship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. D-Wade is the best guard dunker of all time. Didn't even get invited to the dunk contest.
And hold on.
D-Wade.
What is up with your attitude today, Richard? You got an attitude today. Who put a feather up your ass?
Let's let our Road Trippin fans decide who's right here, Richard or Perk. Let us know. Okay. Having said that, who of the guys that responded, do you think that the dunk contest will feature big name stars next year? No disrespect to Mac McClung, because you have become a big name star in the NBA dunk contest. Yes?
Yeah.
You think so?
I can't decide what I don't know what other grown men are going to do.
God, he does have an attitude, Perk.
I'm telling you.
Wait. Guys, stop. It's to the question. I don't know if John Morant's going to get in. I don't know if Aaron Gordon's going to show up.
Read their mind. I asked you to give me your thoughts about it.
No, whoa. Can I'm having an attitude at the question saying, I don't know. And we talk about this shit every year for a fucking decade. If we don't know what these people going to do.
Right now.
We hadn't had guys that like went out on social media to say that they're going to do it next year. Like McClung pulled guys out. So I think guys are going to participate next year. I do. I think they're going to participate.
Thanks, Perk. I appreciate
I don't care what it costs, get Shaden Sharp in the dunk contest. I don't care how much it costs. Put that sucker, hey, everybody do a GoFundMe, get his ass in that dunk contest. I bet you this. Mac McClung, man, listen, Shaden Sharp got dunk all over him.
The dude has won 3 dunk contests. You better figure out how to say his fucking name.
Yeah.
No, Mac McClung. What I'm saying is, listen. 3 years, congrats. But now, big dog, you don't woke him up now. And I'm saying a Portland guy.
3 dunk contests in a row, and he woke people up.
Shaden Sharp has the most bounce in the league.
3 contests in a row, and he finally woke people up. The only reason why people chirping now is because they don't think he's going to come back for a 4th.
Well, I told him, I interviewed him, and I said, you would be an idiot not to go to LA after you've just been to Cleveland, Indiana, and Utah. So give yourself some grace here, buddy. Even if you lose, keep cashing them checks.
Oh, my God. All right. All stars in the books. The season resumes starting today as this podcast is released. Having said that, let's dive into some
Take a drink.
Are you tripping? Are you rolling? All right. For the second half of the season, Perk, what makes you smile?
Because Richard is something else today, Allie.
I know.
That bitch acting, boy, I'm telling you, you better stop. Look at him. What's up, bro? What's wrong with you today?
I'm just fucking with you, bro. Relax.
All right, we're going to start in the Western Conference. The Memphis Grizzlies are title contenders. Are you tripping or are you rolling? You're all champions.
I'm tripping. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. I'm tripping. No, they're not title contenders, right? Do I think they will be in the next 2 years? Absolutely. Or next year? I think they're a season away. I think the young guys that they have in rotation right now have to go through the playoffs just like OKC did last year. Get that scouting report on them, try to figure things out, and learn from their experience this year. Ja Morant, damn, I hate saying this shit. Shannon,
I said it.
You were right. You said, you asked, were we ready to have an uncomfortable conversation about Ja Morant? Ja Morant ain't been the same. I'm sorry. There's something going on. I understand the growth part of everybody else getting better, Jaren Jackson Jr., but we haven't seen Ja Morant look like this in a minute. I'm just saying, like, he don't look like that. I've been waiting on the moment.
That edge.
This is the lowest he's averaged since his second year in the league. Now, they are second and third in the West, right?
He's only been in the league 3 years, right?
No.
I'm
Shut up. I was looking like, damn, seemed like more than that. But it is crazy, though. Okay, so we're having this conversation, and we want John Morant to be the 25, 27, 28-point scorer for his team, to be this next thing. And now all of a sudden you're hearing, that's a wild rumor, if you guys didn't hear it, about how everyone's thinking that John Morant is that next guy that they're going to move on from.
Why is it wild?
I just think you wouldn't have said this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, you wouldn't have said that.
Well, I mean, 2 years ago, we didn't think that Luka was going to fucking get traded. That no one's safe anymore. Once that happened, nobody's safe unless you're Steph and Braun. Outside of that, everybody could go.
I'll trade Braun for a button right now.
What do you do to
I'm just kidding. Not that I'm just, listen, if I'd mention LeBron's name, our numbers will go up by 15,000 people. People, and don't get me started on it. People just be blaming him for everything. It's not Braun's fault. What's going to happen when he retires? Who y'all going to blame for everything? You'd be like, hey, my taxi driver was 10 minutes late. I blame Braun because 3 hours ago, he took his bus that was 15 minutes late, and it was a butterfly effect. Fuck that dude. And I'm like, what? What does he have to do with this? I don't like the way he wore his street clothes. I don't like the fact that he didn't do the dunk contest 22 years ago. You're still holding that in your heart? Like, we've had great dunk contests. I
don't understand that take. Pause. Can we take a moment?
Because it gives them something to talk about. It gives them something to talk about because everyone, a lot of great players before did the dunk contest. Michael Jordan, Dominique, Kobe. Grant Hill.
Tim Duncan didn't do it.
No, but they didn't want
Hakeem Olajuwon didn't do it.
But so that's just an opportunity for them to blame Braun for the end of the dunk contest.
Okay.
There have been great dunk contests. He didn't tap dance the way they wanted him to, and so now they're going to complain about it.
Yeah. He's not my king.
Back to the Grizzlies. Any more thoughts?
Dunk for us, king.
Yeah, dunk for us.
Dunk
King.
for us. Dance for us.
Weird.
We want to see you dunk. We see you 100 games a year, and you don't do a dunk contest. We hate you.
Oh, yeah. You don't get summers off because you're playing the Olympics every year for the last 5 times the Olympics have been here. But, hey, go run and dunk for an extra $250,000 that cost your PJ to get here. Stop it. You don't be riding in no Hawker now. Listen, that boy be on the...
God.
On the drink.
You weren't kidding. If you mentioned LeBron, our ratings go up. You were fucking riding this train. Okay.
Dude, it makes me upset. But go ahead. Grizzlies, no.
Perk says Trippin. You say Trippin, Rich?
I think to Perk's point about the OKC, to me, they're a team that is a little bit away. They can cause a lot of problems. They're going to be very, very good. They got defense. They got offense. But they're very similar to what Perk was talking about OKC. Just give me one good run. Let me see what you're capable. It's funny how they were talking about they're missing that wing, that Jimmy Butler. They're missing that guy. Now, we know how it ended there, but we also know they had that guy in Dillon Brooks. Now, Dillon Brooks, say whatever you want about him, have your opinions, but how well and how much has he helped Houston in the past 2 years? So to say that you're missing this 3-man wing player, well, you had him. You had him. You had that defensive dog that you were looking for. Now, again, you understand things don't work out. Say whatever you want. But they had a player that they are now looking to replace and have struggled to replace him in the last 2 seasons. Well, think about that. Think about that.
They tried to replace him with Marcus Smart, and that didn't work out. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Dillon Brooks moves the needle. No one is questioning right now that $80 million contract that gave him. They like,
y'all was jumping on me when I said Houston was a play-in team.
That was 2 years ago, Richard. But
because I believe that he moved the needle. Van Vliet.
You did.
I believe that Ime moved the needle. You got a 3-and-D wing, number 1 stopper guy. Right? Not saying he's going to stop players, but he's going to show up every single day and take that challenge. That he knows that's what his job.
Culture.
Then you have a point guard in a Kyle Lowry mode that is going to run the team. I'm just saying that Dylan Brooks, I said it moved the needle 2 years ago. We're seeing it, and we're seeing that Memphis is lacking what he brought. He probably should have kept his mouth shut a little bit, but but I'm saying because he was chirping so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's who he is, though. He's the instigator.
He's been a lot quieter in Houston. He's been a lot quieter in Houston.
Yep.
I guarantee you, Ime don't play that joke. Ime don't play those conversations in the locker room that he was chirping in Memphis. Ime not gonna let him do that shit. We know that.
Allie, real quick before you move, Wells and Zach Edey is who I was talking about when I'm talking about those like young guys. Yeah. Like I feel like those two guys got to go through some, because that scouting report, people don't realize. They're like, oh yeah, you can make a run to the NBA finals. I'm like, hold on, that motherfucking scouting report just on you as a role player is this thick. In the regular season, motherfuckers ain't really scouting for you like that. You may get, if it's an hour shoot around, you may get a minute and 30 seconds.
This is one play, deny him.
Then when he comes in, this is what you get.
Yeah.
That 7-game series, though, motherfuckers is meeting behind you, breaking off in the meeting. So that's all.
I love it. The Milwaukee Bucks will make the conference finals. Tripping or rolling?
Hell no.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Hell no.
You can lead. That you've seen passionate. Lead the way.
Yeah.
They are so up and down. They seem now. Does Kuzma move the needle for me? No. Is he a good player? I think he's solid. Does Giannis's health worry me? Yep. Does the fact that they rely so much on Brook Lopez to be their anchor in that defense? Absolutely. And then when you get to the bench, other than Bobby Portis, we're still trying to find something, right? And they lose to bad teams and they compete versus good teams. I have not seen them consistently beat great teams and beat bad teams. They'll beat Boston and then lose to Charlotte, right? Or Indiana.
Well, the good news is, Channing, they only play good teams in the playoffs. That's the good news.
Thank you, Richard.
That's the good news. They ain't got to worry about Charlotte in the postseason.
I just don't think they have enough continuity within that. But you have Giannis on your team.
Okay, really quickly, Channing. Okay, let's say playoffs start today. 4-5 would be who? It would be the Pacers versus the Bucks. So then that means they would play the winner of the 1-8. 1-8 could be the Cavaliers. So Bucks versus Cavaliers looks far more interesting than.
Hold on now. Indiana be whooping the Bucks.
I said look.
Indiana be whooping the Bucks.
Looks far more interesting. Right now, they look a little different with their pace when they got Kyle Kuzma versus Chris Middleton, especially against the Bucks or against the Pacers. Pacers make them look old. Kyle Kuzma evens that out a little bit. Now, I'm not saying his basketball IQ, the way he handles things, but as far as he's healthy, getting you buckets, and he did it with the Lakers. So all I'm saying is that the Bucks going to the conference finals, right? If the Bucks go against Cleveland in the second round and it's a 6-7 game series, we can make an argument this year that the Bucks have the top two players in that series, Dame and Giannis.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Giannis is the best player. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, then Dame, then Darius Garland, then Jared Allen, then DeAndre Hunter.
That's
Cleveland's
fair.
good.
I'm not disputing that. I'm merely stating that if you told me that Dame went out there and averaged 28 for the series and was the best player in the series, no one would be surprised by that information. That's all I'm saying. If Dame could go out there and over a 6-game series average 29 points and Giannis averaged 27 and 14, I'm just saying.
Then they go, hey, is Milwaukee only scoring 70 points a game because everyone else going to get locked up?
Because now they got Kyle Kuzma. Kyle
Kuzma got to play defense too. He's not a wide receiver.
Okay, no, I have no problem with you just arguing the point. Channing, do you believe that the Bucks, under current and constructed, given where they are positioned, could make it to the conference finals? You hate to say yes, but your basketball.
No. I'm gonna say I have to say yes because they have Giannis.
You don't have to say yes.
I gotta say yes. When Giannis won his ring, I said, if there is a chance, I will. There's certain players I said once you win it and the way you win it in that fashion, I will always give you a chance. So I don't necessarily like their team construction, but I will give them a chance. And if they lose, I go, okay, I assume that, but it's still Giannis.
So you are rolling.
No, I'm not rolling.
So you just said yes. So I
said they're having they have a chance, but a small chance. They have as much a chance as that meteor hitting us in 2032, 2.6%.
Look.
It's actually a real thing. I was looking it up.
2 years ago, the Lakers had a 0.3% chance to make the postseason, and they went to the conference finals.
Yeah, LeBron's a different dude when you got him on your team. I think he doesn't care about percentages, Ali.
Giannis not. I'm rolling.
Okay.
I'm rolling. I know this. Richard is on to something when he said, if you look at Dame and Giannis, look at their production this year. Dame is having an all NBA caliber year right now. He's just getting overshadowed because Giannis is playing the way that he's playing at the MVP level. Do not take Kyle Kuzma for granted and what he brings to the table.
Preach.
Kyle Kuzma has been playing meaningless basketball with the Wizards. He like that shit. Like motherfucker come into now he's walking in to that arena and being on that team with those guys. He gets that life back, playing the right way. I'm watching him. He's communicating. The effort is going to be there. You still got Bobby Portis, and the most underrated thing that people don't talk about enough, they went out and they got Kevin Porter Jr. to come in off the bench. They needed a guy like that. A guy where you don't have to depend on Dame and Giannis to come in and create and go get buckets. Like when guys get in winning situations and play for, like Kevin Porter Jr. still got, man, that motherfucker got work now. You put him in the role where you like, hey, you come in off the bench and you just go and cook with that type of freedom. Man, listen. They gonna beat the Pacers. If they match up in the first round, they're gonna beat the Pacers.
Ooh,
they're going to.
You gonna make a bet?
Yeah, they're gonna beat. Hold on, let me finish. They're gonna beat the Pacers. The only reason the Pacers beat them last year is because Giannis wasn't available.
And Dame got hurt again.
And Dame.
Wait. Oh, that's crazy. Did they sweep them during the regular season too? Oh, that's crazy.
Regular season ain't postseason.
But still, that's a lot of wins in a row, buddy.
Okay.
Some things don't go together like pineapple on pizza. Wait, y'all like
Allie?
You're rolling.
I'm rolling.
Rich?
I love the Cavs. I'm rolling.
I'm not saying will. I do believe that if they didn't make it to the conference finals, they would view their season as not maximizing what they're capable of doing. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying championship. I'm not saying championship because things got to go right to win a championship. But I think if they were to look at the path in front of them collectively as an organization, they would believe we should be in the conference finals. If we lose to Boston in 6, okay, we can salute our opponent and keep it pushing. But if we were to go against a team with less experience, very, very talented, very, very good team, I think they believe that they should win. And the Cavs believe that a championship or a conference final, there's nothing less than that. There's 4 or 5 teams that believe that. Doesn't mean that it's like, oh, we got to trade everybody if we don't get it, like NBA culture says. But ultimately it's like, no, we're within our window. We should do X. And there's 4 or 5 other teams that believe the same thing. The Knicks believe it. Boston believes it. Right. Cleveland believes it. Bucks believe it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I just got a question. Mm-hmm. What the fuck was Lonnie Walker thinking? And why did other teams go and pick him up? The 76ers?
He gonna get a chance to play.
Man, listen, do you know how many teams out there could use Lonnie Walker? I don't understand why people don't value him. Everywhere he goes, he's fucking productive. He could have made a difference.
Ask him.
I was just going to ask, though, did he not have other opportunities or he had others and he chose the Sixers? And that's
I bet you he did.
Why would you choose the Sixers?
Because he's always been put in a role, and now the 76ers are in talent evaluation. So he's going to go out there and they're going to say, Lonnie, you do you. They're not going to be like, Lonnie, you get 6 minutes. We just need you to run to the corner. And then guess what? He's replaceable. On the Sixers, he can show out what he's been working on. And somebody goes, you know what? I like that dude. I'm gonna pay him at the end this summer. So all he has to do is just take advantage of this small opportunity, 30 games, 25 games, whatever it is, and now he can get re-up and paid. If he's on the Bucks or if he's on Pacers, he's on the bench, and they're like, well, we just got you. You may or may not play. Hey, if you go to 76ers, you're gonna play. They playing Mac McClung. Listen, what we doing?
Perk, do you have other thoughts on that?
No, Shannon, I mean, he made some great points.
I have two more Trippin' or Rollins for you. This one comes with the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are a game out of the postseason as it stands right now, 6-4 in their last 10. But some interesting comments came from their star and Anthony Edwards over the weekend. I don't know if you guys saw this. What?
Go ahead. Yeah, he's funny.
I'm gonna read them to you, and then I want to know if you think he's tripping or rolling. He said, I'm capable of being that guy. That guy is in the face of the league, but I don't want to be that guy. Put it like that. I want to be the guy to just show up and hoop and just kill dudes and go home. That's what they got Wemby for. Is he tripping or rolling?
Oh, he's tripping.
I'm rolling.
Not you. Him.
I'm rolling.
Him.
He's rolling. He's rolling. I have no problem.
He just wants to
with
be
that.
like KD. Hey, I just want to come, hoop, make albums, and go to bed.
Is KD the only one? Right? Tim Duncan's that way. Jokic is that way. There's a lot of guys that want to hoop, win all the games, and mind their own business. And then there's other players that take on the responsibility of growing the game. That's like Magic Johnson. You know, we see Magic Johnson all the time. Michael Jordan bought a golf club. We ain't heard from him in years. Everybody has a different impact on how they want to impact the game. If Anthony Edwards don't want to be that dude, he's telling us he don't want to be that dude. He telling us he want to bust ass, go home and call it. I believe when a man tells me what he's saying until I hear otherwise or see otherwise. You can be a first ballot Hall of Famer, and you can be a first ballot Hall of Famer and be like, I don't want any of this. I'm going home. We know plenty of them.
I see otherwise, and he's lying. The truth ain't nowhere near him. Anthony was like, stop it. You're not going to sit up here and tell me the guy that I see on every damn commercial, Adidas, Sprite, every time I turn on the television, Anthony Edwards is on a fucking commercial. He has the game. He has the personality. He has the will. He competes at a high level. Signature shoe. Everyone loves him. Former players love him. He's former players' favorite player. I don't want to hear that shit. I believe he knows and wants to be the face of the league. Who the fuck don't want to be the face of the league if it's right there for you to go and get?
Lots of people.
Jokic?
Hold on. Jokic could never be the face of the league.
Why? He's beautiful.
No. It's not. Listen, man. Listen. Bron and Steph has been the faces of the NBA, right? Have we ever had a big man that was the fucking face of the league in the last 30 years? No.
Shaq was.
He was right, but he was right there, but it wasn't like, motherfuckers were still going by Kobe's before they went bought a pass.
And people were going to Shaq's movies, and people were going and watching Shaq movies.
Shaq was okay. Shaq did okay. After that, who?
I'm with you. I'm just clarifying.
Okay. Hold on. Let me finish. Why wouldn't you want to be the fucking face of the league? Why wouldn't you want to, after Bron and Steph have laid the blueprint, show you how it go, to build your fucking entity and brand up to worth $1 billion plus? Why wouldn't you want to be the face of the league? I don't believe Anthony was one bit.
Oh, okay.
And I love Anthony. He's my favorite player. He wants to be the face of the league. He's gonna go take it.
You know what? I respect your opinion. He's saying that he doesn't want it, and we both know this. All four of us.
Don't you give me that fucking dark voice.
Being the face of the league is a weight that a lot of motherfuckers can't carry.
It's responsibility.
He don't want the responsibility. So he don't want the responsibility. He's saying it. He told us.
But he's showing us otherwise, Richard.
But Your performance in doing commercials does not mean you want the face of the league. You do not want to be the guy they look at when it comes to meetings in the bubble. They don't want to be the guy that everyone's depending on when it's fucking lockout time. The face of the league is a person that like the entire basketball community stands on and says, what are you going to do? He doesn't want that. He wants to try and win some championships and some MVPs and go home. And I truly believe him.
Was Jordan and Kobe that? No.
He ain't Jordan or Kobe.
No, I'm saying, but no. But what I'm saying is, you're saying like you have to be involved with all this, and why wouldn't you want to be a decision maker?
Ask him, bro.
I don't believe him.
Well, tell him.
I am right now.
Okay.
The fuck you think I'm doing? I just said it.
Channing?
Are we done?
No.
We have one more.
No, I honestly think Richard and both of them make a point. I just think nowadays guys there's so much access to players nowadays. It has to be a lot of feeling to say they're not thinking of the responsibility. They're thinking of the access that needs to be allowed for you to become the face of the league, how you have to live. You know, like Steph and Bron live squeaky clean lives, and because they are the face of the league, right? They can't go anywhere. They're not as, they can't live a regular life. Neither Steph nor Bron live a regular life. I think Anthony Edwards wants to live a regular life as a superstar, and there's a difference.
So what you mean? Hold on. Clarify that. What the fuck you mean by regular life?
Bron and Steph cannot ride on a Delta. When's the last time Bron has been on a regular airplane?
I don't know,
Never.
but he went on the fucking subway in New York, didn't he?
We were there.
Train?
Did you know they shut the train down?
So
they
what?
What do you mean?
He still went on the train.
Never in public. When we go to eat at a restaurant, do you not eat at the back?
I'd have been.
Eat at the
so
back.
What? All players do that. So you saying Bron don't do? Hold on. Are you telling me Bron doesn't do regular shit?
What does he do that's regular?
Huh?
What does he do that's regular?
So Bron don't fucking just go get his fucking bike and go on bike rides?
Without 6 or 7 security? He's a billionaire. He probably has a drone flying above him.
All right.
But anyways. Anyways,
Allie,
I just think Anthony Edwards wants to live a regular life. That's fine.
Nobody on this fucking show right now lives a fucking regular life. Allie don't, Shannon don't, Richard don't, I don't. So what does that mean?
He wants to be able to ride Delta when he wants to ride Delta.
Get your ass out here, man. You full of shit today, bro. Ain't no way.
He's trying to piss Richard off.
I ain't saying nothing.
Are the Rockets going to make the postseason?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got tired. Them boys was gassed.
I don't know. They should. I had them picked to make the postseason, but I don't know. They only like 2.5 games before like dropping into the play-in tournament. 3.5 games really before dropping into the. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
They're
know.
34 and 21. The play-in is at 31 and 25.
3.5. Right?
Yeah.
3 and 7 in their last 10.
Yeah. No, it ain't fine. No, it's not fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's not. You know why? Here's the thing. The addition of the play-in tournament, meaning the playoffs has officially started for a lot of teams. Because now teams are,
No, you're right.
Because teams are about to compete at a high level. Either they're trying to stay in the postseason or they're trying to get into the play-in tournament or get out of the play-in tournament and get into the playoff run.
They got a shitty strength of schedule.
Do they?
Yeah.
The Houston
Seriously?
Rockets?
No, I was just looking at who they got to play in the final 30 games.
Who they got, Richard?
All of them.
Real talk?
No, real talk. This is what it comes out. I kid you not. So we'll see if they're going to make the team or make the playoffs. Hold on. They got Timberwolves, Jazz, boo, Bucks, Spurs, Kings, Thunder, Pacer, Pelicans are some shit. Magic, Suns, Mavericks, Bulls some shit, 76ers some shit, Magic, Heat, Nuggets, Hawks, Jazz some shit, Phoenix, Lakers, Jazz some shit. Thunder, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets. So I'm saying is like when you look at their schedule, no, when you look at their schedule, if they got 30 games left, they probably got, 22 versus like real teams, like teams that are going to be in a dogfight with them. So you're going to find out. Like that's what I'm saying. That's one of those ones where time will tell. It's like you'll find out based off of like this isn't like they have a bullshit schedule and they can make it there. No, they got to fight to be in there. So we'll find out.
Hey y'all, one thing before we go, Allie. One thing. Who's rocking with me? Allie, are you fucking rolling or are you tripping? The Clippers, look, the Phoenix Suns, they were my sleepers earlier in the season. But then they went to shit. Right now, I got the Clippers upsetting some people. I got the Clippers. On my sleep.
Boo.
Hold on.
Who do you have them upsetting?
What you mean, no?
They're fans.
Denver?
They're fans.
What you mean, no?
They would play Denver in the first round.
No, Denver's gonna move up to the second spot. Denver's what? How many games out of the second spot?
Half.
Okay, they'll be the number 2 seed. So you telling me Ty Lue with the way Harden
versus Memphis?
Y'all not rolling with Ty Lue and the way that these motherfuckers been balling with this veteran squad with Nicholas Batum, Big Zubac, Kawhi Leonard is now.
You don't have to give us their whole roster, bro. No.
The fact that you put Nicholas Batum over Kawhi Leonard is hilarious.
No. I'm saying Kawhi Leonard is now the third option on their team, and that's good for him.
That's great for him. No, it's great. No, the Clippers are good. I could see them causing some noise. I'm not putting them in a sleeper space.
Perk, do you have them in the conference finals with that statement, or?
No, I mean my sleeper is like I don't look. When we go live, okay, because the season is getting to that point, and we're in the postseason, and we live, face to face. I don't want to hear y'all talking about, oh, Perk, oh shit, did you see the Clippers? They fucking upset it. I don't want to hear that shit.
Okay,
we gonna go back to this. What is?
I won't say it. I won't say it, Perk. I promise.
What is it? February the 18th.
Yeah, I promise you, you will not hear me say those words. Yo, shit, you see the Clippers? I promise you won't hear me say those words. You have my word. I promise you, Perk. You won't hear me say that.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So
Perk, what do you have for dinner tonight before we wrap this up?
Turkey legs.
No. I'm going to Saladas. Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to get
You don't
me.
even know what that is, Allie.
It's Mexican.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not. It's actually the best salad place in the country.
Enchiladas?
Saladas.
Oh.
Saladas. Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
I thought it was enchiladas too. I thought it was
Yeah, I was like, oh, a Mexican salad joint.
Oh, great.
You're up there making fun of me. I can't stand you sometimes, Shannon.
Yeah, saladas.
I love all of you. I miss you all, but you're going to go get a big ass salad, Perk.
And call it a day.
We'll see y'all for lives, right? This week?
Hell yeah.
Oh. Dang it. Didn't do it. All right. Okay, goodbye.